2025. It is 10:36 a.m. And what's up? So I didn't talk about this on another show, but I did write about it in the thoughts or topics not covered in the show, which if you haven't read the description, then sometimes there's some other things that I miss, other things that I address down in the description below. So you can click on that, you can learn more about what other things I have going on, the show tags, all that stuff. So anyway, I put in there that I wanted to put into the description the amount of profit that I have made from everything that I'm doing. Every endeavor that is not a typical 9-to-5 job, which for me is just Hill Air Force Base. And if I go to FedEx again, that would be not including that. So it'd be money strictly from my business and from any kind of partnership or teamwork or whatever from somebody else. So for example, right now I'm working with Mina and I get paid $1,000 a month from doing that. So with that would be kind of in the counter for this stuff. I'm going back into work. So with that being said, I would have a little counter of all the times or all the dates or whatever in each month that I make however much money that I make. And then I'll just have a total. And that's for no other reason than because this is a documentation and I want to showcase everything. So at the time of this recording, if you count every dollar that I made from my business, period, I have nearly $7,000. But that's first $6,000 and $61. That was from 2020, 2021. And I mean, that'll always be counted in the total and stuff. But since getting going again, since doing real shit on the phone, not being a pussy, the total now is 600 as of right now today. And I paused, so I'm in a different place right now. I'm home, it's later, so I'm gonna continue that thought. So honestly, actually what I do is I just continue listening to what I'm saying and then try to keep that thought going by pausing and then recording now. So yeah, I got $7,000 almost total made from coaching and entrepreneurship. Well, it's probably more than, as far as entrepreneurship goes and side hustles and shit, it's probably, I'd say it's closer to 9 or 10 grand because I did videography and photography and graphic design, made some money doing that. But anyway, so as far as coaching goes, that's the amount, that's where I'm at right now. But I wanna document the amount on a per month basis with a total running amount. So what I'd like to do is put down below from here, starting now, I think, in the description, is a total amount followed by how much I made today. So it would just be very simple. So it would just say something like a money timeline or money tracker or financial revenue tracker. I don't know. It would just say total. It would have the amount. And then it would say today profit. And then it would say plus or minus. That would be it. And I don't think it would be minus anything unless it wouldn't be minus at all. Because if I make money, that just goes up. So that's what I'm going to do from here on out. Now that's sharing a lot more personal shit, I guess. But that's the point of the show. So you'll see in the description, if you want, I'll put it right by the other links to other parts of to the form, to the Daily Excellence newsletter, for which I have not started yet. I have just posted about it once. I got 6 email subscribers, and that's pretty cool. And yeah, so, and I'm going to talk about that here in just a sec, but after I finish this thought. So yeah, I think it'd be cool to have the money tracker down below because I'm going to count everything that I make. I think I talked about this earlier, so maybe I'm repeating myself, but I'm going to count everything that comes from my entrepreneurial efforts and the partnerships that I have and working with Mina and selling one-off things and doing anything like that. I'm just going to bundle it all up. So right now, all I have is the clients that I have and then working for Mina, and that's it. And I know I said this earlier, but working my full-time job, that doesn't count. So what I would be at as of today right now would be $600. And I think, let me think about this. I think next week, client pays their second month, and then I'll also get the other payment from Mina, so that's another $500. So next week, I should be at $1,100 total for a grand total of everything combined. I just crossed the $7,000 mark, so that's cool. But again, I'm only going to track the new stuff. So anyway, I'm going to do that. We're going to see how it goes. You know, right now I'm guaranteed $1,000 a month. So I guess you could say this year I'm guaranteed 12 grand if I keep on going. So that's a cool thought. But my focus is not the money right now. My focus is to get these systems in place and to build shit so that I'm not stressed out and overwhelmed all the time. Because I just got off that's the other thing. So I just recorded I had a team meeting call with Mina and his team. So it's just me and 2 other people actually, because another guy was on vacation. So it would have been 5 of us total, but it was just 4. What I'm going to do from here on out is I'm just going to record. I'm just going to upload those files, just the raw ass files, into, I guess it would be, I just have to, never mind. I'm just gonna upload the file as a separate track. So instead of it being one combined thing, like I wanna do, I'm just gonna put it in a separate episode. So it would be 452B, but I'm not gonna have to put any effort into any of the description or anything like that. That's the thing that takes the most time. Exporting the show itself is not, it takes 20 seconds, so I'm not worried about that. So that's what I'm going to do, because I do want to keep it separate, because I don't want somebody to click on a show like this one and think, oh shit, dude, this show is fucking 2 hours long. I can't. It's, that's not true. The show is 10 minutes long. I just happen to have a 50-minute call at the end of it, whatever. I also just clicked in my head that I need to be better at speaking, and I need to focus on those vocabulary words that I would like to get better at, which are tremendous and wonderful. And for no other reason than to just challenge myself and keep myself mentally in the game of the things that I need to focus on and get better at. Because I have a podcast, I have 2 of them. I want to get better at speaking. I've had the opportunity every single day for the last 452 days straight, haven't missed one day, to practice all sorts of how I speak. Now, right now I'm just speaking how I normally would. And I guess I would like to change how I normally speak. I'd like to be better all around. I talked about this a couple shows ago. Just the things that could be, the great things that come from better communication and the art of, and voice inflection and tonality and things like that. But it's not the point of the show. That just clicked in my head. I wanted to share it because I just noticed I was talking fast and I was probably saying like, and. So anyway, that's that. So I just got off the phone call, or Zoom call, I should say. It was cool. A lot of the work that I put in got put on the spotlight. We were just going over the doc that I made. So he was going over a document with everybody else, kind of showcasing where we were at. And I thought that was so cool. For me to put in the work like that and get the spotlight recognition, it's just cool. I've never had that in my life. Usually I just make suggestions. Usually I make something, put it together. People just disregard it, don't know how easy it is, how nice it is, whatever. And, it just is what it is. And it sucks. And that's not me saying, oh, poor me. It's just fucking story of my life, dude. Story of my adult life, huh? But it's all good. I gotta tell you guys about that. I was at work today. This is all kind of based off of work, but I was at work today. I got my boss out in the, I don't know how to explain this to make it make sense. But we have the break room, and then you walk out, and then you're on the shop floor. However, there's tape that signifies that you're in a safe area. And I was eating a yogurt in the safe area because we have a lady that comes into the break room and cleans it. So I take my lunch, my food, out of the break room, and I continue eating it right outside the break room. And I'm just kind of walking around, not in anywhere near anything with tools or that's unsafe. I was in the safe area. Not even close to anything else. Manager says, hey, bud, where are you going with that yogurt? And I said, I'm just walking around. And he just smiles and points to these 2 other executives, I guess, I don't know who they were. Just points to them and just smiles. And other people just don't look amused. And I said, I can't eat a yogurt out here. I thought it was between that line, the line that you guys are at, that yellow line. And I just started getting flustered because it's always been this way that you can do whatever the fuck you want, just not in the danger zone, we'll call it. So if I have my water and I'm drinking water, that's fine. If I have my yogurt, that's fine. And so I said, I thought it the whole time it was just I couldn't go past that line. And he's just smiling at me, looking at me like I'm the dumbass, still using his body language to indicate that there's people of importance here. And I said, okay, well, where do you want me to, can I just go back this way? And he said, just go into Blake's office. And Blake's my manager, good guy, or lead, whatever. Yeah, manager, who gives a shit. And so I take, watch this. I take 1, 2, 3 steps. I'm in his office, and I stand there and I say, oh, I guess I can't eat my yogurt out there. It's against the rule. And he said, well, what the hell? And I said, yeah, I don't know. Guys, 3 steps into a room in a door with an open doorway. What the that gets me bothered, because where's the logic? Where? Show me where the logic is in that. And Matt, dude, I don't even know where to start. That shit gets me so hot and bothered immediately. If I can't eat out there, that's fine, but there needs to be some kind of logic that backs it up, because taking 3 steps back, standing in a doorway where the yogurt could then still fall and hit the ground, if it did, if that's the concern. The fuck's the problem, dude? Oh, that stuff gets me bothered. Anyway, there's that. And I don't even know what I was talking about, so let's go ahead and rewind here. Let's see. Fuck. Whatever, dude, I don't give up. I'm just gonna keep talking. So, got off the call with him. It was cool with Mina. That was cool to have my shit in the spotlight. And so I have more things to do for getting his program and stuff set up and ready to go. He's got everything going, but I'm just trying to increase efficiency and all that stuff. So he sends me a couple videos, says, hey, this is the direction we're going. Great job here, great job there. We got to work on this, blah, blah, blah. And I thought, okay, cool, excellent. So we have the phone call, the Zoom call, and at the very end he says, cool, so are you going to be able to work on this later tonight, get all this done? And I just said, oh yeah, I'll be able to start on that tonight, and that's not lying, so I will. And then I got off the call, and you can hear the rest of that, you can hear that entire call in 452B. You guys hear the jets? I work on those. And so I got off the call and immediately just sat down on the floor, and I thought, holy shit, more things to do, man. Now it's cool because this thing that I'm doing here is paying me, this gives me income. So should focus on that, should work on it. Then my next thought was, dude, I still got to role play. I still got to record this podcast. I told myself I'd record an Allegiant Excellence podcast because I didn't touch on the challenge for this week. So now if anybody is following that diligently, they don't have a challenge for this week. So now what I have to do is I have to get on there and talk about the challenge this week and say, hey, sorry for the late week because this podcast episode came out on a Monday. In order for you to still get the challenge done, I need you to follow this challenge for the next 5 days, and you can still qualify to have it be completed. Now, I don't know if there's anybody listening who's actively, diligently following all of these challenges. Maybe there is, maybe there's not. I try to follow them the best of my ability, and I've already done it. By the way, the challenge for this week is to just drink a gallon of water. That's it. Every day for the week. That's it. That's the challenge. And my girlfriend, Lexi, she's doing it with me too. And I'm very proud of her for doing that, because we had to chug some water last night because we were both kind of a little behind, but we did it. Also made a pie blindfolded, but I think I talked about that yesterday, matter of fact. But anyway, yeah, that's the challenge. So I don't know if there's anybody that's following or looking forward to, so that makes me feel really bad. And if I had to guess, and I don't want to be pessimistic, based on the listens of that show, I get about 7 to 12 listens per episode. I have 8 episodes at the time of this recording. I'm about to record 9 tonight and upload it. I will get that done. I don't give a fuck. So if I had to bet, it's probably a few family members, probably a few internet friends, if I had to guess. And nobody's mentioned anything with the challenges to me. I mean, they don't have to. But if I had to guess, I would say that nobody is. And that's fine. However, I still want to hold myself to the fire and get it done. So that's what I'm going to do. And then that leads me to the other thought of, dude, holy, I got so much shit going on. What would happen if I just focused on one thing? But then, part of me, I do feel like everything that I'm doing is one thing, because it all plays into one big long-term vision, one big long-term goal. So maybe right now I am going 5 miles an hour while everybody else is going 100 miles an hour. And so maybe in 5 years, maybe in 5 years, I'm at a point where I'm making 20 grand a month. I don't know. But everybody else is making 100 or 200 grand a month. That could be very well the case. But what if in the next 5 years, I go from 20 grand to 250 grand a month, and everybody else is at 200 grand a month? And this isn't a comparison to me and others, but it's just to kind of paint the example. So I'd be 50 grand more a month, 600 grand more a year than these other guys. So now, what if I double the timeline there and I go another 10 years, and now I'm at, we'll just say, I don't know, I'm pulling these numbers out of my asshole. What if I'm at 9 million a month and these other guys are at 2 million? Now the reason why I'm pulling these numbers out of my ass is to illustrate the fact that I've got so many different things that need my attention that I'm working on. For one, it's teaching me a lot of skills. It's teaching me time management. It's teaching me project prioritization. And it's teaching me, I'm planting seeds. I'm planting so many seeds. I've got the newsletter now, which I haven't put anything out yet. Got this podcast. That's a long-term 20-year goal. Got the Allegiant Excellence podcast. That's only going to increase brand equity because I got a podcast. I can showcase the day-to-day. I can showcase how I started and what I was like when I started, if people don't know about this show. And then we've got me working with the shadow coach. I'm the shadow coach for Mina, but I'm learning so many different skills and things and learning a lot from him so that I can implement into my own. And all these things that I'm doing tie in with one another, which is being better as a man. And that's my ultimate goal. So as long as I'm pushing the same shit and I'm trying to work on the same goals, I really do think long term, all of this is the same thing. And I think if I just keep on doing what I'm doing, even if I can only work on each thing a little bit at a time, I think long term it'll pay off. I really do. The reason why I think that, here's the reason why I think that. Imagine a guy or a girl who gives a fuck, has a podcast. They have two. Imagine they have a newsletter they post on every single day. Imagine they post on social media every single day with a well-written post, maybe a reel. Sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's very deep and serious. And they also work a full-time job. So the financial obligations, they're taken care of. They don't have any kids. They don't have any outside responsibilities. They're kind of a dick with their time. They don't spend it with friends or family. They don't even watch Netflix. They don't even watch TV. They don't even have a couch. They don't have these things to, quote unquote, distract themselves and to, again, quote unquote, lower their standard down to what they believe for themselves is a low standard. Now, I want to clear that up. I'm not saying watching TV and shit is a low standard. I'm just saying, for me, I know there's so many things I want to accomplish, and I know watching TV is not going to get me there. So anyway, however, it's hypocritical of me to say that because playing chess is not going to get me there either. But I really love that. But anyway, imagine they have all this, no kids. They don't have any friends that are taking up their time. They have a very, very, very supportive girlfriend who wants to see them win, who is just the greatest. Imagine all of these things and more. How would this person not succeed? In order for them to not succeed, they would really just have to be not trying with proper intent and not improving with the feedback that they get. That would be the only way that this person would not improve. There would be no way in hell that a person does all of the things that I just said for 30 years and sees no success. I just don't see that as any sort of possibility whatsoever. So that's that. So I'm gonna end that part there. I'm gonna segue into something else. I did the role play already. I finished that, and I did that right after I finished the Zoom call with Mina. When I say right after, it was maybe 10 minutes or so after. And I did that because I thought, dude, I just want this shit over with. I don't want to have to worry about it. I just want to get it done. And so I did. I got it done. I did my little journaling about it, if you want to call it that. I write 2 things I did poor on and 1 thing I did great on, or more. I change or edit or add or remove something in the script, and then I move forward. That's it. That's my requirement. And so I did that today. I just barely did that, so that's done. So now that this podcast is done, it's now 6... Dude, if I keep hiccuping... It's now 6:37, and I have to record an Allegiant Excellence podcast episode, and then I have to write about that. and then upload it. And then with this show, I have to write about it as well. But I time myself multiple times. It seems like 10 to 15 minutes is how long it takes to essentially format it, put the music with it, upload it, put it into Podbean, upload it, send it, write up, all that stuff. It seems like that's how long it takes. So we say that takes 15 minutes. That puts us at 6:50-ish from right now, which it'll probably be more. So we'll just say it puts us at 7. Got to record the Allegiant Excellence podcast. I have a quick topic I can touch on, and that'll take 15 minutes, 20 minutes. And then I can write about that, upload it. Now it's 7:30. That's good to go. And then I have 30 minutes left in my day with everything done. And with that, what I can do is work on the shadow coaching project, because right now we're revamping his check-in questions. So I can finalize that. And I can get that done, and I could work on it maybe even an extra 10 minutes, extra 15 minutes, whatever. Go to bed at 8:30, because as long as I'm getting 7 hours of sleep, I truly believe that for me, that's fine. That's a sweet spot for me. It seems like anything less, and I'm just, the next day, it's really hard for me to focus. It seems like it's hard for me to have the energy to do anything. I mean, today I even took a nap, and you guys know me, I just haven't felt the need to take a nap ever in the last however long. It's been great. And I just came home. Matter of fact, I was on a FaceTime call with Lexi, and I said, babe, I'm gonna take a nap. So I'll text you when I wake up. And I also want to put her on the spot here because she's so great. First of all, I said it'll probably be a 10-minute nap. It wasn't. It was about an hour and a half, so that's great. But she sends me a text, and she says, hey, are you awake? And 10 minutes later, I woke up, and I said, hey, yeah, I just woke up. She says, okay, good. I just didn't want you to miss your team call with Mina at 5 o'clock. And I said, holy shit, I love you. Because it's not her business. It's not her concern. It's not her meeting that she has to go to. She doesn't have to worry about this stuff, but she still does. And I just think that's so sweet. So shout out to Lexi. Just stuff like that. I was just sitting on my air mattress in my office. I looked down at my phone. I sent her 12 hearts. And I just said, wow, you're incredible. I think that's what I said. Fully transparent. If anybody thinks that's cringy or whatever, I couldn't give a fuck, dude. I love her. I love that woman. So anyway, I just think that's so cool. She doesn't have to care about any of the shit I got going on, but for some reason she remembered more than me, and I'm the shit that's engulfed. I'm the person that's engulfed in the shit 24/7. So anyway, why I shared the whole role play thing is because that's something that I really don't want to do. Always. It's something that I don't want to do it. I don't ever want to do it. And so now that I have that done, I just feel great. I feel fantastic. And maybe my life would be a lot better if I did this. And this is not the first time that I've been talking about this. And this is not the first time I've noticed this. It's embarrassing to say that I have theorized that doing the hard shit first is always the best way to go about it. Go back to the ice bath episodes. I said, if I would just do this first thing in the morning, my days would be smooth sailing. So ultimately, it goes back to discipline. How disciplined am I to come home and do the shit that I don't want to do, get it over with? To answer that question right now, I guess very little. Which again, sucks ass to say, but living and learning. So anyway, feels good because right now it feels like I got a lot done already. I'm going to go upstairs, finish recording. I'm going to record a Allegiant Excellence show. And then I'm going to work on Mina's shit and then go my ass to bed. And that's that. That's also really good. Also want to share this. Don't know exactly what I'm going to do, but I bought a whole bunch of energy drinks on a Black Friday deal. I got 48 of them for $70. Pretty good deal. They're all bucked up. So shout out Bucked Up. They're local. And I just ran out of them yesterday. So I drank 48 in about a month and a half, which is about one a day. They had 300 milligrams of caffeine. And what I would like to do, again, is because the start of 2023, I went 6 months without caffeine. And then when I had caffeine again, the first time, I honestly didn't really notice much. I want to say that I felt good and it was a good feeling, but I can't say that I don't know, man. It's weird. But what I want to do, just for the sake of a challenge and also to kind of test myself again, because I feel like some of these things really have a good grip on me and I want to make sure that I'm in control, which is what a Vice Fast is, which is what was used as inspiration for the Blade. Darren Hardy's Vice Fast, abstaining from something for 30 days, which is now the Purge in the Blade. Sharpen the Blade system. You can get all of that shit for free on episode 3 of the Allegiant Excellence podcast. But anyway, I want to just remove caffeine. And I've quit cold turkey in the past where I just stopped drinking caffeine all at once. And honestly, it's just fucking hell for one day. After that, you're back to normal. But I'm trying to time it. This is going to sound horrible. I'm kind of trying to time I'm going to eat a mint. Hold on. I'm trying to time my caffeine abstination. Is that a word? Abstinence? The start of my caffeine abstinence. The same day that I get my wisdom tooth out. And I say tooth because your boy got lucky. I'm going to have to get one out. So that's cool. But I know I'm going to be feeling like shit. And I know it's going to be hell. I know life's going to suck ass. I'm going to be sore or whatever. So I was like, I'll just double down on it. I'll make that one day just absolute fucking brutal. And I'll just pass off that pain and the headache as the no caffeine. So what I'm going to do now is just kind of taper off my caffeine up until then, which is in a couple weeks. And we'll go from there. So that's the goal. Not the goal. That's kind of the idea. If I do it, I do it. If I don't, I don't. Yeah, I would like to, I don't know. I just want to clean up my shit a little bit. I want to stop having so much of these. I want to be more, a bigger consumer of just whole foods, just regular ass, normal ass food. None of this processed shit, none of these energy drinks with all these chemicals and, I shouldn't say chemicals, all these different ingredients and shit, all these preservatives. I just can't imagine long term that it's that good for you. No matter what the science says, I just can't imagine, I don't know. I'm no scientist, but I don't know. That's just an idea. Anyway, that's the show. That's all I got today. So, love you guys. You can listen to 452B for that team meeting. Nothing exciting on there whatsoever. But it's a documentation podcast, so it's there. You can listen to it. So, that's that. All right, guys. Have a good night. Peace out.